here and support, my Texas heritage and look at the nice livestock, and they see a poster for some Asian boys like, who them pretty children they're gonna be performing on stage? Hey, that's the prettiest boy I've ever seen in my life. That a boy? I'm confused now.
I've never been so confused and sexually frustrated in my life. I'm gonna go eat this Twinkie. Anyways, hit us with that beautiful intro. This is your redemption.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Misclick podcast, the podcast you didn't mean to click on, but hopefully stick around for. This is our very first or second attempt at our first live stream.
Yeah, and to our defense, it was Twitch's problem the first time. So.
They didn't dedicate the bandwidth to telling everyone that we were actually live.
Look at these new kids.
New kids on
look
the
at
block.
us. Hey, see, now I can log in with my laptop. I can't do that with my mobile. But
it's because you got an iPhone.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
We got in just fine on our
No, we don't
Samsung Android devices. Samsung sponsors.
Yeah, please do. You're a big company.
Hell yeah.
You might not like what we talk about, but we can move past that. Okay, so fortune cookies. We have.
Correct.
We start by reading fortune cookies that we have from Chinese food place.
Yeah, I don't know which one because I didn't go.
It's called Dragon something.
Dragonfly. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's bust it wide open.
I got mine right here.
What'd you say? Who is this guy?
An interesting musical opportunity is in your near future.
Dude, sorry, I tuned out. Can you repeat that one?
Yeah.
An interesting musical opportunity is in your near future.
Oh shit, do you sing?
I'm gonna get signed on to a record label.
Hey, TikTok videos.
Right.
Oh, TikTok. There you go.
Yeah.
Except, wait, isn't TikTok just a lip syncing service?
Bro, if you sing on TikTok and you make
just gotta make it look like
Milli Vanilli that shit.
I don't know what that means.
Oh my god, Milli Vanilli. What song did they make again? It wasn't Purple Rain, but it was something with rain.
I don't know.
Blame it on the rain.
Magic Seki says they sing.
Yeah.
They sing on TikTok.
Who's Magic Seki?
That's Jay.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay, she sings.
Listen attentively. This is what mine says. Listen attentively. You will come out ahead in the next few days. This better fucking be true, because your boy needs a job.
Yo, you're not gonna, dude. Okay, mine says an interesting business opportunity is in your near future.
Oh,
what you mean?
Oh wait, there's a back one on mine. Julio and Vincent owe you $40 each,
and
everybody else owes me.
Hey, you know what? The back of it doesn't matter. You know what? The back of it doesn't matter. What matters is our friendship, and our health.
Speaking of health, what's the deal with the coronavirus?
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's a big thing right now in the China land.
Mm-hmm.
In China land, yeah. I don't even know what it is. I mean, yeah, it's a virus, but I don't understand.
Well, the coronavirus is called the coronavirus because the way it's shaped, it looks like it has a crown.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's why it's called the coronavirus. It has an actual designation, like a set of numbers and letters that are like its serial code. Like,
so when or where did they find this? It was in China, right?
It was in China. Yeah, it was the first reported case was I think it was only a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, but where'd it come from though? Like meat or something?
Bat meat. It's what they said it's supposed to have came from.
It was like a Chinese trade center, right?
Like a market,
where
they have street vendor food and all that, and you can buy fried crickets and a bunch of the more exotic stuff. And apparently from just tainted bat meat.
And do you know the symptoms of that? I haven't been exposed to the
your typical flu symptoms, or it's sweating, nausea, all that bad stuff that eventually will kill you if you're left untreated. It's a threat to public health, but I mean, unless you have a weakened immune system already, you're not really at that high risk of it being fatal.
I'm assuming what would make it fatal is older people and young people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the very young, the very old,
Yeah.
those with like immune
The immune
deficiencies.
systems that aren't fully developed, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need longer cables. Because I'm like trying to push it down.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, it's it was originally localized to mostly just China, but then a couple places in Canada, U.S., and Australia.
I heard someone in New York recently was exposed to. They came back from China, but they don't know if it's the coronavirus. I just heard that over the radio. I'm not sure if that's a thing.
Oh, I know they said they found a strain in like Minnesota recently. Sorry, bro. Like fucking need
Bro,
the
you
shit.
need this shit.
There's a sound effect just. Yeah, just. But yeah, I heard that there was a new case in like Minnesota, and I'm like, where the fuck is Minnesota? I don't know where it's at, but
it's up north. It's like in the middle, like it's in the Midwest or Mid-East.
Fuck, let me pull up
a map. But I don't know. I find the coronavirus just another one of those things that's like, because how many viruses have we dealt with in our lifetime?
We're talking about like wait question.
Like scares, like epidemic scares.
This is like a Ebola type shit. Like
yeah,
right? It's deadly.
Yeah, like well, yeah. I mean, any disease if left untreated is deadly. But
Okay.
it's a strain of flu.
So it's not like one of those scares from back then, like the swine flu shit going around. What was it called?
Yeah, it was like H1N1.
H1N1. Which
swine flu?
Yeah, is that a nickname or is that like?
It was a nickname because supposedly that came from pigs.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
I believe it was like pigs in Mexico that were infected with it, and then
my tío Juan, he was the one that told me, no, just eat it raw.
Just eat it raw. Wow. Just
forget about it, mijo. The tapeworms will pass.
You poop 'em out, just hit yourself in the knee and it'll come out.
Just don't cut it because it'll scare it. It'll go back up.
No, mijo, it's chitlins. I promise. And they're like, it's chitlins. It's moving.
How old were we when that was a thing? Were we in high school or in middle school?
Yeah, no, it was high school. I remember we were in I know us was our freshman year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I think I was like older in high school when they were talking about that, and I was like,
that would have been like your sophomore, junior year.
Probably. Yeah.
Can I play with the camera?
I mean, if you want.
Because my reaction was just like, man, fuck this.
What is
and
one?
like someone sneezed. That's the main
two?
camera.
That was me.
Okay, 3. Okay. Sorry, I would go on.
But yeah, so I mean, there's the H1N1, swine flu. Ebola was another one. That one I feel like was a little bit more panicky for us because everyone was like, "Oh, Ebola, the Ebola outbreak in like Africa," and everyone's like, "Oh, well, duh, 'cause it's Africa." You know, you have to get so many shots to go into the country. You know, but then everyone freaked out, especially here in Texas, especially in Houston, because out of nowhere the news was like Ebola in Dallas. And we were like, ah!
True.
You know, freaking the fuck out. And I was just like, I don't even know what the fuck Ebola is.
Really quick question for the audience. Is the audio good? Were you talking about delaying it for a little bit?
Oh, yeah. Is the audio synced up with our mouth movements, or do we need to delay the audio a little bit?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's the question. For you, chat. All 2 of you. I'm part of it. Actually.
Yeah.
But okay, back to the time. I'm sorry. I just had to. I was like.
No, it's
concerned.
cool. I would just really. I'm also curious on the audio levels. I want to know how we are, because
Yeah, because I remember.
The audio is synced well, apparently.
Nice.
Woo. Okay.
Everybody. No, fuck you.
But no, like going back to the whole like epidemics and things like that, like H1N1 swine flu, that was the one that I remember like was most impacted because of it was the first epidemic to really hit the Houston area during like our lifetime, I think. Yeah. And I remember in high school, all the teachers didn't want to shake hands with students coming in from like the cafeteria or anything like that. I had a geography teacher, Miss Petty John.
Oh yeah.
And she she made us all bump elbows.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, instead of shaking hands, she was like, "Oh, welcome back to class."
Oh my God.
And she was just like, "Yeah, elbow." And then she would tell us like, if you gotta sneeze, sneeze into your shirt or into your elbow,
right?
So that we don't sneeze and potentially get someone else sick. Mm-hmm. And then coming in and out of her class, hand sanitizer like at the door. She didn't let anyone in without public hand sanitizer first.
She was paranoid.
No, but that was good. That's good. That's a good thing to do.
Right. Yeah, and people just need to do that shit.
Oh yeah, and even if it was just like a scare and wasn't really a big of a deal, that's just a good habit to have in general. Yeah, just to prevent yourself from getting sick from anything else.
Be hygienic
for sure.
You won't get the cold as often.
Yeah,
yeah. Definitely. Which is another thing. I mean, yeah, the corona and like all the past like epidemics. Just keep in mind that the flu will always come back. So, get your shots.
Yeah,
and
get your shots.
Don't cough with your mouth open.
Yeah.
Don't sneeze in a person's direction. Just take care of yourself, because in turn you'll be taking care of others without even realizing it. So,
yo,
please.
Talking about H1Z1.
H1N1.
N1. Oh, Z1 is a movie? Video game. Oh, it was like a PUBG look video game, like a battle royale.
It was a battle royale before, I believe, PUBG was a battle royale.
Yeah, I think the people who made PUBG made H1Z1.
Yeah, no, H1Z, they split off, I think. It might have been the other way around. I'm not sure, but I think H1Z1 had King of the Kill first. And then some of the people from that studio were like, we can make a better game. And they made PUBG.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I would remember Summit 1G playing that game a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And like sponsored and shit like that. But that's interesting. Damn, no wonder it came. Because it was a big-ass scare. That's how they piggybacked off of that.
It's like, there was an outbreak, and now there's zombies, and we'll call it H1Z1.
Very clever. I don't know. I love video game designers, man. Like, it's like, hey, bro, people were freaking out about this. We should make a game.
Let's make a fucking game, bro.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Zombies and everything.
Because, I mean, we all play video games. The gaming industry is fucking... It's impressive, but it's also, like, massive.
Oh, yeah. No, like, there is... Not only are there a lot of investors behind video games, and like big market investors, Sony, Microsoft, but the amount of money that is made in the sales of video games. If you look at the two industries, like the one industry that you see a lot of numbers for is the movie industry. They're like, oh, this movie made this many billions of dollars opening weekend. If that's like drops in a bucket compared to the video game industry.
Yeah.
The amount of money that they put into making video games, sure, it's a good amount, but it's usually not as much as a movie.
Right.
And yet the return on investment is massive.
This is true. Speaking about that, it's like, man, Call of Duty.
Let me do real quick. I'm just gonna Google like how much it costs to make like GTA 5, for example.
Okay.
Roger. Yeah. What about Call of Duty though? You're talking about the esports scene.
Well,
fuck Call of Duty. First of all, I rage so hard because there's people that can't shut up, man. I'm over here stomping kids, and then they're like, "Bro, fuck your mom." I'm like, "What?
I could have 1v1 you, bro." Like,
bro, you're using console. I'm using PC at 240 hertz per second with 200 frames, but you're not gonna beat me. I'm sorry, but yeah, the esports.
Yeah, no, yeah, and as we were talking about the whole money issue, about how much money like a game makes, you also host like game competitions.
Yeah,
like, and these competitions, these esports, which is, I don't know if it has become, I mean, I know that they're trying, but they want to make esports like an actual sport.
Yeah, man. I remember the first time I was into that shit, it was like League of Legends, like the streaming and stuff.
Right.
And we went to a cinema. I think it was like a Hollywood something, right?
Right.
And we were watching the World Cup or whatever. And we were so into it. We bought like the cups and everything, the little foam fingers.
Right.
And I didn't know how deep we were in that scene. and then they showed the freaking stadium full of people. Like, what? Who would have thought? If you tell someone from back in the day, hey, man, you're going to get paid to play video games, and it's going to be like a friggin' soccer game, but bigger.
Yeah.
Bro, I would be like, you're full of shit, man.
Yeah,
stupid.
And another thing, League of Legends is fucking huge. Like, it's a big industry. So when they host these competitions and they're giving away, well, they're not necessarily giving away, they have to earn this shit. But I mean, the prize pool is like, what, almost $500,000, maybe even $1 million.
Oh, it's been growing too since the first tournament too. Like I remember the first League of Legends tournament. If you were to look it up, it's like the size of like a school gymnasium. You know, it's like a rec center somewhere. Yeah. It's like one small room that's being live streamed, and it's just like a camera that's mounted way up high, showing everyone that's at their desks, and they're just kind of like back to back, so that way they can't see each other's screens.
Right. And
then from that to like a very small arena setting, and then from that to a stadium, and now it's like global. They got you know, separate countries hosting every year.
Yeah, very true. And then on top of that, the sponsorships, as you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, biggest one I can think of is Samsung.
Yeah.
Samsung promotes the Korean teams. They split off into two, I think. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think they're colors.
Samsung white and Samsung blue.
Yeah. So, you know, and then they're supporting these guys who are professional esports players, and you know, they pay them to go play. They make money, which then in turn brings exposure to the brand. It's like, oh yeah, Samsung basically won.
Yeah. How old are usually the players playing?
Very late teens to early adulthood.
Like 17, 18?
Nah, yeah, like 18, 19 to like 25,
Damn,
26.
Young, bro. That sounds stressful.
Yeah.
I would assume so. I mean, yeah, video games are fun and all, but I mean, when you
do it for a living.
Yeah, and it's training too. So it's not like you know, you're going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to play games to unwind after a day's work." Mm-hmm. It's like, no, you need to stay laser focused at all the time, and you have to really analyze every aspect of this game to make money.
Exactly. Training.
We have a new person in the chat right now. How do you pronounce that? Comipologic? Comipogolic? Comipogolic 76 HYD. Say hi. How's it going? I saw your Misclick media channel.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, nice. Hello.
I was excited to get the notification for a new stream like our first live podcast. I'm about to do a graphic element and arts for your stream. Oh shit! Thank you.
Well, thank you. Hey,
hi.
Can I call you C? I cannot pronounce your.
Yeah, do you have a nickname that we can call you by?
I was prepared to say 76. I mean
76. I like that. That
76.
Sounds epic.
I mean, yeah, it sounds 76. Pretty cool.
All in favor?
I mean,
all right,
just because I don't.
Are they okay with that?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Are you okay with us calling you 76?
I was
codename 76.
I was only saying it because I can't say
that is a mouthful.
Yeah, I just
it's like that's a confused mouthful.
And I don't want to say it wrong. I don't want to be
that guy.
Oh, but real quick, I just want to jump in with this.
Yeah,
I looked up the numbers, and GTA 5, it cost $265 million to make that, which is the most expensive video game project in history.
Wow.
It cost Avengers $356 million to make Endgame.
Damn.
Or Marvel Studios to make Endgame.
Right.
Yeah. Just Endgame though.
Yes. Avengers, which was $100 million more to make, roughly, made $853 million in the box office.
Okay.
Worldwide.
Right.
GTA 5 made $6 billion.
Holy shoot! And it's still trendy today.
With over 90 million copies sold.
Damn.
Look, that's impressive. But
$6 billion.
But
that's a lot of fucking money, bro. I don't think
mean,
versus 853. That's not even $1 billion.
But when did GTA 5 come out?
But it's still relevant.
No. Like I said, it's still very interesting. It's just
like it did come out.
Which I'm pretty sure if I was good at math, I'd be able to tell if like Avengers could catch up.
Yeah,
but it's different from a video game and a movie, because a movie you just watch it and you already know what's gonna happen.
The only thing is that a movie is worldwide, whereas a video game is only that niche of people that play video games. Maybe it's worldwide, but the audience is very acute.
And certain countries don't allow certain like ratings of video games in them either.
Yeah. And it's a simulation, bro. That's fucking GTA, dude. That's crazy though.
Another message from 76. The website address on my Twitch profile. Address on my Twitch profile pic. Best of luck, talk show and podcast. Probably the best or one of the best games of this oversaturated.
Okay, that's a copy paste spot.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Hey, well, thank you for the.
Well, thank you. If you are an actual person, thank you.
Yeah, we don't have any like overlays, so it's not like we would get a ding or a chime if someone follows us. So we don't know if they followed us, but if you did, thank you. If you stopped by, regardless, thank you. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Fiverr. One day. I'm just kidding. Anyway, back on topic. But yeah, that shit sounds depressing. Like 18-year-olds fighting and competing for a lot of money. Fortnite recently, one of the competitions was like 80 million or something like that, or 30 million, not billion. So that's a lot of stress for a youngster, right? Yeah. And a lot of stress creates anxiety, depression.
I also am afraid of like what happens when they lose.
Yeah, a lot of their careers are based off of win streaks. Like if you don't continuously perform as like number one seed or number one spot, then your sponsors and your managers will start making adjustments. Sometimes that kicks people off the roster for certain teams, and some managers are not even looking at it as like this is my team, I got to support them. They're more like, this is my investment and I got to capitalize on them. And and especially like not to talk like badly about Korean like teams and businesses, but the way a lot of them perform, when you have like a manager in charge of you, they're pretty much in charge of your life. They're in their contract, because they can write contracts that say like, you need to listen to me 100% on how you dress, how you eat, how you sleep, what you do from morning till night. Mm-hmm. They can put that in a contract, and when they sign it, that's legally binding. Yeah. And I don't remember when it was, but there was a team. I don't recall which one it was, and it was a Korean team. Mm-hmm. And the turns out their manager was stealing money from their team because they weren't winning as much as they should have been. The manager was selling their computers and trying to turn a profit off of that, buying them cheaper stuff to work with in order to put money in his own pocket. Ugh. And one of the team members who just had enough of it, because they were trying their best and the manager was basically stealing money from them. So he's like, what's the point of even dedicating all my life to this project whenever I'm not going to see anything out of it? And he threw himself off the balcony of their residence where they were training.
Wow. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's extreme.
Jeez, man. First of all, fuck that manager. He can go to hell. That's fucked up, especially because like they're young people who, to a lot of people, playing video games professionally would be a dream job. But the reality of it is very, very unsettling. And I feel like it's modern day like slavery. It's like disguising it as one thing and, playing it off as what it really is behind the scenes. And I have a feeling like, speaking of like the Korean teams that do that, I mean, I'm pretty sure the same goes for like the pop singers of that region. Because I'll be the first one to say I'm not a fan of K-pop, but there's still people, and I feel like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there was that thing in the news saying like they were, getting fucked over.
Yeah, both like figuratively and literally, like especially when you're a K-pop female group. If you're small and not well known, manager comes in and they're like, hey, I can jack you up there. I know I have connections with people and this and that. They're like, yeah, sure. All right, sign this contract. And same thing with other teams. Like they're signing away their livelihood. They're not allowed to see their family.
They wouldn't really fuck them though.
No, there's been cases of that. There's been cases of that. Yeah, like where the managers will guilt trip them into being like, like, you owe me your life because I'm working for you. you basically owe me body and soul to continue working for you and promote you.
Fuck Koreans. Nah, I'm kidding.
No.
Fuck Korean manager.
Yeah, fuck like
selfish ass manager.
Fuck corrupted management.
Yes, yes. Fuck the motherfuckers. I swear to God. That's so fucked. First of all, I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of people, getting taken advantage of. Yeah. Because they know that they're in a spot where it's like, this is what you want to do. I know this is what you want to do. That's why you came to me. But I'm going to abuse that because I know in your mind I'm the only way you're going to get there. So that abuse of power sickens me. I'm just like, bro.
I mean, that's also seen here in the U.S. too. Like, there's been a couple of popular artists that have come out to say that their managers have taken advantage of them physically as well. I mean, I think just to throw out like some names, I believe Kesha came out saying that she was abused by her manager. Yeah. And I know there's a couple others out there, but
Britney Spears.
It happens.
Did she shave her head? I don't know.
Yeah, she had a lot of stress going on in her life. Leave
Britney
alone.
Oh, I remember. That was the MySpace days.
Yeah, man.
Whatever happened to that guy? Like,
I don't know. He probably still likes Britney Spears.
Maybe. For the longest time I was confused. I was like, is that a guy or a girl? I can't.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I know it's like. Nowadays I know it's a guy, but it's back funny though because I'm like, because you can't tell because the face is always like,
yeah, it's just tears and long hair.
Yeah. So, but yeah, K-pop though, man. I don't know.
It's getting popular. It's getting really popular, and it's got some influence in the U.S. now.
It's some influence.
Yeah,
bro. Twitter belongs to K-pop fans. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You had mentioned something about the rodeo and them.
Yeah. Well, let's just backtrack a little bit because I think the first big K-pop to in mainstream radio in the U.S. was Gangnam Style from Psy.
Oh yeah.
And that's technically he's like a rap artist.
Is he Korean?
He's Korean. Yeah, South Korean.
Yo, bro, you gotta stop putting your knee under my other knee, dude.
Just so you guys know,
I keep grabbing his knee. It's not good. He just keeps invading my square. I keep grabbing.
Stop touching me.
And he keeps. Bro, are you trying to tell me something?
No.
You want me to grab it?
Unfortunately, hey, I'm man-spreading, and
okay,
if there are any feminists out there, I apologize to Julio. But yeah, I didn't know he was Korean.
Yeah, South Korean.
I don't know.
He has a music video with Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
He's got a song. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's with Snoop Dogg, and he's in the music video with him.
Snoop Dogg.
Like my favorite lyric in that entire track is him. Is Snoop Dogg being like, smoke like a broke stove, drink till I get drunk.
Smoke like a broke stove?
What does that even mean?
Because a broken stove won't light; it'll just smoke.
Okay.
Smoke like a broke stove, drink till I get drunk.
I can just imagine the Korean man just being like bobbing his head, not know what the fuck he means.
Open Gundam stuff. That's all I remember.
But no, and like I said there to you earlier, the Houston Rodeo, big Texas event, where everyone brings out their finest hats and boots and ride in on their stallions. They're gonna have a K-pop group called BTS perform there.
Wow, I'll tell you that right there.
Wait, is this real?
Like a good time.
Yeah, this year they're having a Korean pop group perform at the Houston Rodeo.
Shit. Hey, let's go watch it. Let's go film it.
Fuck that.
I was imagining all the regular year-long attendants that are like, this is the time of the year where I love to come out here and support my Texas heritage and look at the nice livestock, and they see a poster for some Asian boys like, who them pretty children are going to be performing on stage? Hey, that's the prettiest boy I've ever seen in my life. That a boy? I'm confused now.
I've never been so confused and sexually frustrated in my life. I'm going to go eat this Twinkie.
Donna, come here.
Oh my God.
That one's name is Dang Sum.
Dang Sum. More like cum in my mouth, bitch.
Yeah. Let's get it anyway.
Yeah. Now the kid's just like, what is going on? Because I think I was reading this whole article about I didn't know it was for the rodeo, but Ticketmaster, right? There's this big debate online about them raising the prices on tickets for, like, you know, to see this K-pop band. And, you know, people are outraged, like, why would you raise the prices? Like, we want to see, you know, this group. But as you mentioned, K-pop is getting real big out here, and there's outrage over the ticket prices. But honestly, I believe it's the law of demand, right?
Right.
You raise the prices up because you know people are gonna.
Okay.
Because you know people are going to want to go to it anyways. And so people getting upset, being like, oh, you know, it's too much. There are those people, sure, but people are still going to go see it.
Yeah, of course. You still got your diehard fans.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're relying, I mean, it's very risky, but they know that demand is high enough for them to raise the prices up. Thank you. But for me personally, it's not a need. I don't need to go see some pretty boys.
Really quick. Magic Saki said the Leave Britney Alone guy is Chris Crocker. It's a guy.
The name sounds terrible. Chris Crocker.
He sounds familiar. No, that was Chris Rock. Who's Chris Rock?
Chris Rock
the
is
zebra.
Yes,
from Madagascar.
Yes, he's a comedian.
Okay. It's hard to tell now.
Crocker sounds like that dude from like the Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah. Was that his name?
Yeah. Well, no, it was
Chris Crocker.
It was Wendell Crocker, or yeah, I think it was Wendell Crocker.
No. I don't know, but fucking amazing.
Nice.
I don't know, but K-pop. That's one Asian country I'm not. I'm not willing to go to.
I mean, to be honest, this is gonna sound fucked up, but when I see very pretty Korean boys, like you said, I assume they're girls because they have very like feminine features.
Yeah.
So
angular faces.
I get confused sometimes.
Confused.
That right now, buddy. So I know that Thailand also has that issue recently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know about issue, but
yeah, in Thailand they probably wouldn't call it an issue.
Yeah, it's an investment.
Oh God!
Like, do they look like girls or what?
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure they.
You can go to Thailand looking like a hulking man and come out a petite woman if you want.
Can you go ahead and use your what country accent, please, boy? That sounds real good. I tell you that right now. I like when you do that.
My cousin Cletus went down to Thailand one day. Now I gotta call her Cleotra.
They gave that boy a
Katrina, bro.
Katrina.
They gave him an application and said, "Girl, boy, or he, she."
He's like, "Well, I want to look more feminine, but I love my pecker, so can you leave that one on for me, sir?"
What? Cheaper? Hell yeah.
You mean I could have tits and still fuck?
Yeah, give me the whole what's his name, Kylie Jenner or whatever. What's it? Bruce Jenner.
Give me the Bruce Jenner package.
Oh my god. You guys are
we're not discriminating against anyone either.
It's fun game.
If we're not.
Yeah, if you're trans,
yeah,
more power to you. Yeah. Shit, do what you want to do. Live the life.
You happy.
Yeah, live the life you want to live.
We support you. We have a friend. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you got a friend. What the fuck?
We got a friend that will take you in, no problem. No questions. I'm just kidding. But yeah, they're beautiful people. That's an inside joke. I just slugged them from far away. He's probably working right now, but I just slugged him.
I just got it. That's
we got a friend.
Yeah.
You're an asshole. We're kidding. It's just a joke. I promise. Swear to God. If you can see our monitor right now, it's full of like anime chicks.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
What does that have anything to do? Yeah, I was like, I'm so confused.
We can talk about this, but you know what? We have boobs on our computer.
Not my boobs.
We got titties. Let's just say that.
Yo, teach me how to make. Hey, Real quick, can you teach me how to make a Scottish accent?
Scottish accent.
Because
I like how you do. You know what I mean? Like,
that's different. From
you can do a southern accent all you want.
Southern accent ain't nothing about Scottish.
Hold on.
How you do the Scottish one sounds good, dude.
You said
I remember
southern drawl.
Like Irish was like the last one.
Oh, Irish, yeah, Irish, that one.
Irish.
Like Irish.
Look at the Irish.
Look at the Irish.
I feel like
don't be giving me that crap, lady. Putting me on the spotlight like that, are you? You've got some real huevos on you there, senor.
Senor. You come down here asking for Corona. All we've got is Irish pale ale.
The best you're getting from us is a Guinness.
Man, hey, I want to learn how to make accents like that. Like, fucking speak the way you speak. Teach me your way. Do you have like a certain way of practicing your voice? Like,
honestly, it's a lot of just watching other people speak it.
I was gonna say, bro, I learned all my like Scottish accents from watching the fucking Lucky Charms guy.
Oh my.
Yeah, just like watching people from other countries speak, like watching BBC or any other show that just happens to be in another country.
I see.
BBC.
Yeah, BBC America.
Yeah, all I can think of is the
British Broadcasting.
What's his name? The guy who like is in all the nature documentaries. He's like fireflies.
David Attenborough.
Yeah. Yes.
He does like the not Planet Earth, but like the other one.
Yeah, it's like
that was Will Smith, bro. Planet Earth, no?
That was Oprah Winfrey.
Bro, and how do you get your voice so deep? Like, this is the deepest I can get my voice.
How do I get my voice so deep? How do I get it deep, you say? I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe
thickness of his vocal cords.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody like punched me in the throat when I was younger.
Hey, go ahead and punch me right now. My Adam apple goes in and I can't speak.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know,
is it deeper
now? I honestly don't know because I mean I don't even think anyone in my family has a deep voice. But I did used to smoke a lot. So
your voice is versatile. Your voice is deep.
Correct.
How would you describe my voice? What do I sound like? You don't make fun of me.
No.
If the Tapatio bottle could talk.
So I look like a Juan. No wonder people call me Juan in Seattle. They kept saying Juan. I'm like, what the fuck? It's Julio. Like Juan. I'm like, dude, that was like 20 people calling me Juan. Now you
sound like we got some like troubled youth off the street.
Like you feel bad for me. Like, we got work. You know,
all right. We actually picked him up outside of a Home Depot.
And that's where I'm from.
He thought he was gonna be doing some landscaping.
Hey, bro, I don't know how I feel about this, bro. That's bullying.
No, you to me, I feel like you sound like not like you're not from Houston.
They're gonna say not gay.
Like you're not from Houston, but like somewhere west, like.
Okay, so
El Paso.
El Paso, Laredo, Brownsville, somewhere down there.
All right. But what if I speak with my white accent? This is the whitest accent I can make.
I don't feel he has I don't feel like he carries a.
That is the whitest accent I can make.
That is the whitest accent I can make.
That sounds fucking Middle Eastern asshole. What the fuck? That is the whitest accent I can make. Okay. You don't know what the white is.
Okay, listen to me. Don't I sound like I'm from Kentucky?
Is that really what it sounds like? Oh,
no.
Shit.
Look,
what if I speak with like some swag? You know how people speak like this and like dog or like dog.
Like dog.
Or like my jockey.
Okay, I would present the challenge of like try to speak hood.
Bro, I can't do that on the spot. It
like,
just comes out naturally.
I'm saying like right now, if you were talking to me all hood, like let's go, what's up?
Bro, that comes out naturally. I can't force it. You have to piss me off.
Okay, you know what? Wait. Just
I start speaking Spanish.
Real quick to the viewers. This is how I'm gonna bring out the hood in you. All right.
No, don't go there.
Before we started recording,
give me my gun, bro.
Before we started recording, as we were setting things up, we were hearing bop bops, fireworks.
Oh, can we show chat? I could post up the video right here in front of the camera.
I mean, sure.
Wait, first, should we put it on the microphone so they can hear it?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I mean, if they want to hear the audio, yeah.
Oh shit! Wait, what did I not say? Alright, keep talking while I troubleshoot.
But yeah, we were setting up the LEDs on this wall right here, and we were filming some behind the scenes stuff of just us setting up the podcast, and we heard, I think it was like just a quick like 2 pops at one point. We didn't get that on camera. I was just like, all right, that was in the distance. And I was like way out there, and then we started recording more of the behind the scenes, and then we heard like 1 pop from a distance away, and then 2 like houses down from here, just a series of just quick succession shots from I guess a handgun.
Yeah. I'll play right now if it's okay with you guys. So this is behind the scenes. Not that one. That was a porn. Okay. It's hot. What's up, bro? You don't think it's hot? I thought it was hot. Oh hell no. They would shoot. Fuck. Alright, bro. So that's no special effects. That shit happened.
Yes.
Right outside.
That really happened. Now, as I was saying, that's how I'm bringing the hood out in you, bro. You heard them. You heard them fucking.
Oh, by the way, Magic Saki says the whitest accent is a Valley girl. Just saying.
Oh my god.
How do you do that?
Yo.
You don't know.
Valley girl. Yo, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
What's a Valley girl?
A Valley girl is the kind of, like they walk around with the Starbucks, and they got like their Uggs on and like yoga pants and then a jacket on. They're like, oh my god.
Sounds like every single one
every Becky, you know.
We got a word for that in Spanish though.
Los fresas.
Yeah. Fresas.
Okay.
Strawberries?
Yeah. They're called fresas, yeah.
Why are they called strawberries?
I don't know why.
Yeah, like hablan así como bien papi, like very like.
O sea, bien así, bien and they have to say o sea.
O sea, como que
o sea, ¿por qué no me hablas así?
Sí, ¿por qué no me invitas a tu party?
We've reached the ethnic point of the stream.
Yeah, I'm just saying, regardless of whatever culture you're in, it doesn't have to be exclusive, because in any culture they will have somebody who is that stereotype of like, oh, a Valley girl. But in Mexico it'd be the same thing, but they're called fresas.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
But yeah.
Fresas. Con chocolate. I mean, with chocolate, bro. That's how you're born, bro. That's how your parents had you.
You
like,
know,
he made the mistake of dipping it in chocolate, and bada bing, bada boom. Then next thing you know, you're born. That was a mistake.
I'm pretty sure it was not the product of dark chocolate and strawberries, and more like tequila.
With the worm.
Oh man.
Tequila and bad intentions.
Because he's wondering what his voice sounds like, but really, I have never heard Spanglish as no homo, but as attractive as the way you say it. If that makes sense.
To make sense. Hey, I'm gonna change the camera to you.
He's touching me.
So I'm gonna go ahead and be
his knee. Yeah,
hey,
bro, you're dangerously close.
All right, thank you, man. They call me Franco, but
I wish you had like a spare like underwear or something you could have just chucked in my direction as the camera was on me.
Hey, that's good playing. Oh, dude, that made my eyes water.
Yeah, but yeah, you speak Spanglish, bro. That shit's impressive.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I never realized. It just flows.
Yeah, and that's cool because like at that point people know it's like, oh yeah, he's bilingual. He knows both.
They said that's gay. But chat, what is your accent? What accent can you make, chat?
I didn't think Canadian was an accent.
Canadian.
Hey.
I don't know.
What's up,
hey? I've never met a Canadian. But I've ever did. It like, sounds like a queer.
Hey, that reminds me when we would bully kids on League, and we started saying "a." I don't know if you remember, but yeah, we don't bully people in League. I forgot. Now they banned
toxic behavior.
Not toxic, bro.
Yeah.
That's why you got doxed. That's why you got your account.
That's why you got the coronavirus. Damn, we go all around.
It's full circle.
You know, one accent I can't ever take seriously is like Australian. I don't know why. I just never could.
They sound attractive, don't they?
they sound optimistic no matter what they do, and I find that funny.
Do you know how to make an Australian voice?
No, it's a little
like Cronky.
Those. It's like English, but weird.
Yeah, it's got its own like.
Yeah.
Like you're speaking from the back of your nose.
Yeah.
Okay, pretend you're about to find this wild species.
That's stereotyping.
Yeah, right.
That's a Steve Irwin. Like,
I thought that's
Crikey.
Is that not? Am I being ignorant right now? Am I being like the white people that tell me, "Are you Mexican?" Okay, I am Mexican.
How about them wildfires?
Oh my God, you must know where the best tacos are in Houston.
Oh my, that sounds.
Do they ask you for like directions to like Mexican restaurants or something?
They're like, "Hey, where's the best taco place?" I'm like, "The corner store." Bro, I get mugged. I'm like, that's the part of it. That's fun.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah, that's what makes the food so yummy. You gotta eat that shit so fast.
Exactly.
If the guy in the truck's got a felony, you know the food's good.
Exactly. You gotta rush. You're out of there, bro.
Well, speaking of which, what do you guys call the taco trucks?
Jalapeno.
I just call them taco trucks.
When I was working at my previous job, they would always call taco trucks or like any food on wheels, roach coaches.
Roach coach.
Yeah, a roach coach. And I'm like,
that
sounds unappealing as fuck. Like I don't want tacos,
dude. That's fuck
from a truck anymore. If you're gonna call it a roach coach,
we called it paradise. That's what we call it. Just go to paradise. That was luxurious for us.
Oh,
asshole.
If I want to go to paradise, I'd rather just go to taqueria.
I just get high and like, high to sit me here. We don't do drugs.
We don't. You do. No kidding.
Damn.
I know a guy who's like the guy from Ant-Man. He's very popular now.
What is nice deflection? I don't know where you're going with
that.
That.
Hispanic. I know a guy who knows a guy, and he was like, "Yo," and
I don't remember his name.
I don't know.
Michael Pena.
That's his name?
Yeah, Michael Pena.
I was gonna say Danny Trejo for some reason.
Danny Trejo looks like he's melting every time I see him.
Bro, how do y'all know so many names? I don't even know.
I watch a shit ton of movies, bro.
Oh,
Plus Danny Trejo.
I know John Wick.
That's
not even his
real name.
Like, wait.
I know John
Wick, the guy who plays Keanu Reeves.
I know Neo from The Matrix. What else we got?
Do you remember what Neo's name was? Because it wasn't Neo.
Keanu Reeves. Is that not it?
I don't even know his first name.
John.
All I know is that they call him
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
I forgot what his first name was.
Yeah, right.
It was something like John Anderson or something like that though.
I think it was like John.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think he just went to John Wick.
And then he left the Matrix and then he unplugged and went straight to John Wick.
Became a badass dude. I like John Wick. Anyways, in terms of YouTube video, we should probably wrap it up here and keep streaming for the next. Yeah. Because we went through all our topics and then just freestyle, or what do we do? I like this.
This is great.
How long have we been going for?
49 minutes.
Where does it say that?
It says right there right next to where it says dropped frames.
We haven't dropped any frames.
Nope, not a single one.
That's that fiber connection.
Hell yeah.
That upload rate of like 600 megabits.
So how should we end the YouTube video?
Okay, so I guess thank you for joining us in on our inaugural live stream episode. We hope to make a lot more of these and provide more content that you guys would like. If you liked our video, please like it. And if you didn't like it, dislike it. And please tell us why you disliked it in the comment section below. Let us know if there's anything else you want to see in future episodes. If you got any other questions for us or segments that you want to see us do, drop it down there. We're open to any suggestions.
And now we'll pass it to Kuma. Kuma, do yo.
I hope you guys enjoyed my voice, and thank you so much for sticking with me and our friends and talking about stupid subjects. But now I'm going to pass over the torch to my Spanglish friend here, Julio.
Oh shit, I was not prepared for. Why are we doing this?
He's like,
I don't like
thank
this.
you so much for coming in on the radio.
Come through. Okay, and thank you for
I want to thank my familia.
Familia, Tio Juan, Tio Rudy, this is all you. But anyway,
and my 16 brothers and sisters.
Hey, fuck you. Anyway, thank you for watching for the YouTube video.
Yep.
And what's her motto? Like we're saying towards the end. Goku.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
If
If
it's
push it down.
if it's yellow. That's a poop reference.
Lego my ego.
Lego my
It could be like.
Hot Pocket.
Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw and it just glitches.
I don't know, man. I was just saying.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. Hey.
Okay, cool. And now we can just vibe and talk.
Yeah, now it's the after show.
After show.
Which
I like that.
Yeah.
You misclicked twice, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
This is what you. This is
pay
what,
attention.
This is the content that you get after.
I'm gonna put. The
So is this like an exclusive for like streaming?
That's where I can get loose. Like I don't have to be all corporate.
Right, because it's not scripted.
I can just let loose.
Oh, I'm not saying we're scripted.
Yo, we're scripted as fuck. It's a simulation, bro.
I had to stop it away.
Oh
god, the script. Get rid of the earpiece.
Okay, let me put the camera on you while I take a sip of my water.
I swear this is for doodles only. I get bored on the stream.
Like hentai drops from out.
I was actually gonna ask that. How old were you when you figured out hentai? It was my friend Mike for me.
And when you figured it
out,
like,
how old were you? Because you asked me how old I was, and then said it was your friend Mike who introduced it to you.
So I was like 14, 15, maybe 13, maybe 12 or 11, right? I was one of those. And then my friend, we were in orchestra, and he said, "Do you know what hentai?" He was like, he's Asian.
Did you see the way? He's like, "Do you know what hentai?"
That's the thing. He was Asian, and he looks geeky as fuck. But when he brought this topic up, he looked like a fucking G. He was like, "Do you know what fucking hentai is?" I'm like, "No, what is it?" And he pulled up his phone like, "Bro, you're not gonna believe this shit. Hold up,
bro."
Clicks play, tentacles everywhere,
Damn.
booty everywhere, titties, tickle bitties everywhere.
He started you out with tentacles,
and that's how I started puberty.
Wow,
tentacles coming everywhere.
That's when it began for him.
Yeah.
So,
never again.
Damn.
Never again. Build a wall. Fuck
you never saw it again. You never saw hentai ever
again.
No,
I see it right now.
Okay, well, for me, it was funny. I think I was like 14.
It's like I got extra content.
I think I was like 14. When I saw a hentai.
Describe the scenario. Make it super detailed. What you were doing, what you had next to you, what you had on you, what you had with you.
Like similar to you, and it's funny because I feel like I'm not the only one that this happened. Like, I'm glad I'm not the only one, but it's always someone. It's like a disease. Someone passed it on to you.
Yeah, coronavirus.
Because
too soon. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure while I was 14 or 15, PSPs were still a thing.
Oh my god.
You know?
Yeah.
So PSPs throwback. But I had a friend who, you know, in high school, yes, because I was a freshman. He was like, "Yo, check out this PSP," and he's like,
"Was he high?"
Yeah, he was like this. He was this
cool guy.
He was like this white stoner kid who would sell memory cards. It's like, "Yo, you got a PSP?" And you know, you'd be like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got this chip for like, yeah, I got this memory card, you know, with good shit on there for like $10, $15, and yeah, like a shit ton." But anyways, I was like, "Well, what's in it?" He's like, "I got you," and he like put it on his PSP, and it was like a shit ton of like, he had like files on files of like porn, but for some reason he just decided to hit me with like, "Bro, there's some cartoon shit." Then he like played, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's a cartoon dick."
Was it censored?
No, it wasn't. And I was like, "Bro, he got the
that's
premium.
Rare.
He got the premium shit." So yeah, I was $10 short that day. Oh man,
they got that cartoon shit, man.
Yeah, that's exactly how you presented it. I'm like,
you get a fantasy, they draw that shit.
You ever wonder what Bugs Bunny and the other chick look like? I got you. Dude.
And the other chick?
I forgot the Bugs Bunny chick.
Bugs Bunny and Lola
Bro,
Bunny.
that's furry shit. I didn't realize that was a thing until like later. Yeah. As an adult, I'm like, fucking what?
You ever wonder what Chi-Chi and Vegeta were doing when Goku wasn't there?
You want to know how Trunks came to be?
Hey, yeah. Oh, that's Belma.
That was Bulma.
That's
Belma.
the cheating.
Velma.
That was
Scooby Doo.
Oh, that's the wrong one. You ever thought what Scooby Doo was doing?
Oh,
Like,
how? What? No, that's his.
Dude, they have
nephew.
some
Scrappy?
freaky shit.
Yeah,
There.
Scrappy's his nephew, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some freaky shit.
Scooby don't
but
fucking. Nah.
In this new movie, he does. He
Oh.
talks a lot. He's a fiend.
There's a new movie.
There's an animated movie coming out.
Oh,
It's so fucking cute. The trailer, but he talks too much. That's how you know he's a fiend. He talks way too much.
Fiend.
Yeah, he's a little player, bro.
So Saki says she was 11. One of the kids at school played it during a class in a computer lab.
Oh shit!
11. That's a little.
Wow.
You were blessed.
Yeah.
That
Wait,
kid got suspended.
that was
Oh,
hentai?
shit.
And that's when the scars began.
The kid got suspended.
Nice.
I would imagine. At
Good
the age
play,
of
teacher,
at the
good
age of
play.
11, bringing porn to school.
You're like, I'm gonna have to confiscate that, but you're suspended. And I'll teach you this. What does that mean?
Bro,
What is that?
okay, first of all, finish your story. When, because I'm about to pop off. Go.
Oh, first time that I had experience with that. I guess the better question is like, when did I stop listening to the "Are you 18?" to enter? Like, I was a good kid. Like I'd be browsing. It's like, ooh, like clicking. It's like, you must be 18 or older to enter. Like, oh.
I remember that. I remember that kid.
Mind.
I'm not 18.
I was probably like maybe 13 or 14 years old.
I thought he was gonna say he was like 19. Or
I was like, I was probably 23.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's like,
Fucking nerd.
it'll be like probably since last Friday was the first time I saw it. Eye-opening experience, I'll tell you.
We don't bully him.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. He distracted him.
No, that was it.
So he didn't even see it. He just said, okay, bye.
I was probably like 13 or 14, and it's just like, I think Newgrounds.
What is
Newgrounds
it?
is when I first
The
saw
stick
it.
figure.
Well, like Newgrounds had stick figure stuff, but like Newgrounds also had like an adult tab, like 18 plus like tab, where they had like adult games and adult like videos and stuff like that. It was just like animated stuff that people made.
Oh shit.
I couldn't do that, bro. I had a family computer. Like,
Same, dude.
No, I had my own computer at the time.
Oh.
But I had to like, I wasn't allowed to use the internet, without like parents' permission. Like I'd have to wait till my dad came home from work, and then I had a little Wi-Fi card that he would keep in his office, like hidden somewhere. And I'd be like, Dad, could I use the Wi-Fi card so I could play on CartoonNetwork.com?
The Billy and Mandy.
I really want to play the Billy's Trick or Treat, the Trick or Treat for UNICEF. And then he would be like, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever. Just get back like in a couple hours and then do your homework." I'm like, "All right, Daddy, I love you." And then he'd give me the card, and that's my playtime. But I was a little shit, and I broke into my dad's office plenty of times growing up. And I
was not responsible for that. Responsible. I'm sorry. He just wanted to play Crossfire. I didn't tell him to break it.
I would like open up some drawers. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's got it hidden around here somewhere over here. Maybe it's with the batteries. And I go like look at a bunch of places and finally found where he kept it. I'm like, awesome. Plug it in, and then before he got home, I was just like, oh my gosh, I got a world, but the world is my oyster now. I would play video games with it, but then I got interested in like Newgrounds at the time.
I got interested in porn.
That was you could play like free games on Newgrounds.
Yeah, on Newgrounds you could play free games. They had like Alien Hominid and like a bunch of other like old classics, that were Flash games. And then I got interested in the adult tab. And I was like, I want to see what the 18 plus kids are playing. And so I played some like dating sims and stuff like that at that age, and then I remember being like, I don't know what's going on, but it's making me feel funny. I don't know what to do with these emotions I'm feeling. And that was my first experience.
That's way more exciting, man. Shit.
Wow.
There was adult images and like the threat of being caught by my dad coming home early from work.
Oh my god.
You were all fucking.
There was suspense.
That's where he got his kink of like, yo, we gotta do it before someone gets it.
Out in the public,
Yeah.
in the middle of the road.
Oh, they're gonna see. Oh,
We got 15 seconds till
the security guy comes back around. Oh.
You're a wild guy, man.
God,
Might be
yeah.
nerdy, but you wild.
I don't know, bro. I like, man, I would take it relaxed and be like, nah, dog. If I'm a busting nut, I have to be
relaxed.
Yeah.
Candles on and like
Yeah,
bubble bath.
yeah.
There's gotta be no stress.
No stress, bro. Fuck that.
Strawberry covered chocolate. Stupid ass.
Like, you're just there and you notice there's like a picture cooking on your wall. Hang on, I gotta straighten that.
Move, bitch. Oh, you're like a thud from her falling off the bed. Just,
Oh man.
I gotta dust this fan off real quick. Shit bugging me.
So that's
my release is not being stressed. Yes.
Are you wearing socks to bed? You take those off. We're not dealing with that right now.
That's your ritual.
I don't know, bro. You're kind of insulting me because I feel like it takes long.
That sounded wet. It sounded wet.
Never removed a dipstick.
Oh my god. Okay, what is let's play a game.
Oh no, it's fucking chat. Oh god.
What is? Ew! I do not want to read that out loud. I'll tell you that right now.
Anyways,
let's
that was in response to you.
Nutting.
No, being obsessive compulsive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Not that.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay. I was confused.
Charge the battery pack. It says.
It showed up on the thing.
You didn't plug it back in, did you? After setting it back up there.
I don't like you pointing fingers. First of all,
you didn't. You were so rude. You didn't plug the HDMI back in. You didn't plug the power back into it.
Fucking cable management. Delete that shit off your LinkedIn, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. He plugged everything in, but none of it works. It's like it's plugged into a loop. It's on the other. Yeah, it's.
Oh fuck!
It's on the side that you were looking at. Maybe no. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I ripped up my headphones. Oh, God.
I don't think I caught. I caught it as you were getting up.
No, technical difficulties, man down.
technical difficulties.
Did you get plugged in? Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Technical, yeah.
I couldn't talk, man. Dude, I had to stand up for a little bit. Bro, I'm fucking tired of sitting, dude.
That's the life, though, man. Oh shit!
I know what a dog feels like after they get yanked from their collar. Yeah, stop.
Oh, now it's not focused, bro.
It'll auto-focus, right?
Bro, yeah, that's focused.
Yeah, it looks focused.
Anyways, Jesus.
So back to
porn.
Back to what the people demand.
Oh no, bro. Oh no.
She said, "Please don't grunt into the microphone. That's weird." Yeah, bro. We tell him. Nah.
If you say not
this is
to
the
do
internet.
It,
when you say you don't want something done, I'm gonna know it.
Are we just gonna be like really, really like, open up on the microphones?
Like,
my lips are very like.
make that pop sound. Or you gotta extend it though, man. Like I said, I'm like a fucking rock. Oh my god! What the fuck?
I couldn't hear it. I just like I looked away.
It's like a.
Oh god! It sounds like someone's fucking my ears.
How does that sound so perfect? That's my question. Does he have practice? What the fuck?
Oh Jesus!
You put that to your soundboard.
Right, just bro, I need to clip this.
I'm getting goosebumps. Fuck.
Wow! Yikes! Fuck that.
Why?
My goosebumps are in my back now.
It's what the people want.
It's not what they want.
You call it goosebumps too?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I call it goose pimples.
What the
That's
fuck?
weird.
Hey, can you tell him to get out of the house?
Nah, bro. There's guns out there.
Goose
It sounded like wet mac and cheese, she says.
Nasty. What other topic can we talk about? Vaping. Why do y'all vape?
Because we don't want to smoke cigarettes, bro.
Yeah, because we quit smoking cigarettes years ago.
Yeah, fuck that. You
No,
want me?
but for real, why y'all vape?
I like the flavor and I like the nicotine.
Yeah, I like being Febreze.
So you like nicotine and you like Febreze.
Okay. I mean,
well, yeah, I like the flavor, I like the smell, and I like the nicotine.
Look, bro, are you one of those people who's like, addiction is not that hard, bro? Just stop it.
No, I'm just wondering why.
Because it's an addiction, and it sucks. It sucks to admit.
It's an addiction.
I'm over here like, look, I'm not addicted. Like, I've gone weeks without it and been like, man.
No, I'm over here like, bro, I need to fucking vape.
So it's an addiction.
Yes,
it can be.
I look,
no, like, yeah.
Yes, it's a serious one, and
all I'm gonna say is, if you vape, stop it. Get some help. It's like Michael Jordan pops up over my face.
So it's like me and caffeine.
Yes, caffeine.
You can be addicted to caffeine.
Yeah,
and I'm not addicted to caffeine. I just can't function without it.
See, the first step to knowing like you have a problem is accepting you have a problem. That's the first step.
Well, it's because I can operate with caffeine without it, or with it.
Which one do you prefer?
Caffeine, because I get work done like this. No, because I can vibe out, but without caffeine, my time goes slow. Mm-hmm. So that's when I meditate, kind of shit, right? I'm just like chilling, like
vaping's not cool.
What does it make you feel when you vape? Talk to me. I'm your therapist right now. I'm your virtual therapist.
Again, I used to smoke cigarettes a lot, which is probably the result of why my voice is the way it is. I've been smoking J's, blunts, cigarettes. I've been taking hits from the bong. Like shit's insane. And because I've done it for so long, I
cannot self-discriminate or self-incriminate. I have not done any of those things.
And like
you have a professional career to look out for.
But I will say this though, your boy's clean.
I do not condone drugs. I am not. I've never taken a single.
All I have to say is remember DARE.
I don't know how much an ounce is.
What the fuck does DARE stand for?
I don't know the plug. Milton, why do you smoke?
You're looking at me like a serial killer.
Yeah, you.
I mean, I vape again because I just like the nicotine and I like the flavor. I wouldn't say it's an addiction so much as like a habit at this point.
It's a habit. There we go.
Like the way I look at
you saw that shit was clean.
Like whenever I vape usually at home in my car, and it's like chewing gum to me. Like it's the same thing. Like I gotta have something going on.
Okay.
And so
it's like a snack. Like fucking why not?
Yeah, I mean 0 calories.
Yeah, I get you. All right, cool. I get you.
I don't have much of a sweet tooth because I got this. Like I don't crave anything sweet because usually I have sweet tasting vapes.
All right, not bad. Yeah. That's what's up,
bro. I'ma quit. Look, fucking. When did this turn into an intervention, bro?
No, I was just asking. Like, do you guys have a question for me? Hopefully not.
Yeah. How come you only drink water?
I only drink water because, one, I can drink a lot of water. 2, I can drink water and drive a lot. He knows. They know.
What if you have to pee though?
I just fucking piss.
When you're driving
just
though.
In his pants.
Oh.
Piss my pants, bro. Don't you do that?
You don't just take the bottle and just like press your.
It won't fit, bro.
Your pee hole at least.
Why would I just put my pee hole and not the whole thing?
Why would you want to put the whole thing?
Because then I don't have to grab it and I can drive. I don't do that. It doesn't fit. Why drive and multitask?
Have you ever tried?
Shit's dangerous.
Have you ever tried?
No. Have you? Like I'm curious. Have you?
No.
Or like yes, no.
I've never like. No. But
anything that you say before a but. All right, go on.
It's not like I hold on to the fucking thing. I try to be a good marksman.
Jay's saying, why are you trying to fuck the bottle?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like,
what? Just a tip, bro.
Just a tip, no, bro. It's not gonna fit. It has to hit the bottom of the fucking cap, bro.
What the?
If it doesn't do that, it ain't me, dude.
The bottom of the cap. No, the cap's at the top.
That's why.
No wonder he's doing it wrong. He just makes a mess every time.
But now, for real, you guys have a question about anything towards Milton, Mr. Ocean.
All right. I'll be glad to answer some questions.
Why do you have a retainer?
Because my teeth were fucked up. Then I got braces, and then when you're done with braces, you got to wear a retainer for years.
Can we talk about your one faulty nut?
Wait a minute, what? Now I'm curious. Hold on, let me put the fucking scene on you. You have a wait, first on us.
Yeah,
you have a faulty nut? No, it's on you.
I have a mild case of what is called testicular torsion.
All right, first of all, that is fucked up. You just threw him under the bus inside a live audience, inside a broadcast.
No.
That's some
hold on.
Fucked up shit. Do you want to talk about it? Do you feel comfortable with editing shit out?
I don't really care.
It's because, look.
It's medical.
I thought that was a rare occurrence. Turns out it's more common than you think.
Yeah, no, it is.
I didn't fucking know that. Because when I first found out, I'm like, bro, that sounds like it sucks.
Wait, I don't even know what you have. What do you have?
Testicular torsion. Basically, it's like you got like a kink in your pipes, and it causes discomfort and essentially makes it to where you're backed up on one end.
Oh, do you massage it?
You can if it's like that severe. It's not for me.
I mean, would it?
You do like 8 times a day.
I don't know about you guys, but I grab my nuts sometimes, and I just like I give myself a test,
like a stress ball, or what are you talking about? When you're bored, you're squeezing like a koosh.
Yeah, well, because I'm like, bro, do I got lumps?
Like like those little like squeezy toys where like the eyes
pop
out,
bro. Like I just get a blood test.
Blood test, but I'm saying like,
you got touches his nuts. I want to be that comfortable with my body.
I want to be that comfortable with my body where I can touch myself. I'm just saying.
Also, what's that deal with nuts? How come sometimes they're like in your body and other times they're like dangling like fucking pendulums?
Isn't it cold?
It's a cold, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, bro, my nuts
Maybe
are like.
We should change topics to something family.
But anyways, no, the reason why I was asking because a friend of mine was like telling me about it too, and he's like, yeah, it sucked. It's just the way it happened to him was he was having intercourse, and as this person was getting jackhammered by this lady, I guess she must have like the rod bent is all I have to say. And not only did it bend because she went down, gravity was just like, you're gonna die today. So it folded.
I don't want to hear.
And then
shit.
it landed on a nut.
I feel it.
And it's like, bro, I'm like, how are you still alive? He's like, yeah, I got rushed to the hospital because,
because I got broke dick.
Yeah. And I was just like, what the fuck? And then it's funny because like he also recorded the conversation with the doc, and he's like, yeah,
you got broke dick.
He's like, yeah. He told him, he's like, bro, you're not the only one. Like, don't even worry about it. I've had like 2 cases already, like back to back.
This is common.
And I'm like, wow, dude, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got punted in the balls in like my freshman year of high school. That's what caused it.
That I would have sued. Just saying. I'm like, bitch.
She asked if it's natural birth control for dudes.
Not really. I mean, it still allows. Sorry. I was going through puberty. No, it's you still allowed like production. It's just uncomfortable. That's all it is. Yeah. And in the worst case scenarios,
he's addicted as fuck.
In the worst case scenarios, you basically have a knot. Mm-hmm. And it stays backed up, and every time that you were supposed to release, then it just stays backed up, and then blood circulation gets cut off, and you get enlarged, and then you have to go and get it surgically taken care of, to where they basically like snip and then retie, and then
like a vasectomy.
Kind of, except they cut the ends, then
so like a reverse vasectomy.
Yeah. Okay. It's like if you had like a knot in a garden hose. And instead of being able to untie it, you had to like cut the ends off and then re-stitch the ends.
I told you not to play nut check in 8th grade, man.
I didn't.
Told you sign this waiver.
It was just a random girl who was like a bully.
That sucks.
What's her name?
I don't want to out anyone else.
What the fuck?
Hey, no. We got this shit, bro. Right? You got it?
Yeah. What are we gonna do? Uppercut her tit? Like what?
Just bite that shit.
Nah, they like that. I mean, at the time, everyone was kind of weird in like freshman year of high school. And after years passed by, they ended up becoming a decent person. But
some of them are still assholes.
I don't know. I've never kept up with anyone, so.
They got grim. What, damn.
I didn't have any friends in high school. What you mean? But yeah, that's insane. I don't think I've ever had anything.
Didn't have friends. I had warrants.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if this is TMI, but no, I'm not even gonna say it.
If you had to question it after the topics we've been openly discussing about,
it's just
then it probably is.
It's just I don't know. All I'm gonna say is I have a pet brachiosaur with a mushroom head.
Stop.
You know where that's going?
I already know where it's going. Just stop.
Let me switch the camera to you so I can take a sip of my water.
No wonder you wanted to be in control of the camera. He's like, hey, pass it over here. I want to be able to drink my water.
The fuck? We have a bot? What did it say?
Magic carp.
It's held a message for something.
Held a message for a reason.
You gotta scroll down, bro, because we can't. You gotta hover over.
Identity allow. We'll put it to.
Bro,
chat.
pass me the. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, just scroll down. I'm sorry. Give us a second. We gotta see what the fuck. Upon
the tit. Oh, that's why. She said.
Oh, it because it asterisks
you
everything.
Put allow.
Out.
Press allow. Yeah. No. Uppercutting the tit is ineffective. Gotta cunt punt them. Cunt punt.
That's a good insider tip.
Cunt punt?
What does that mean?
I don't think I want to do that because imagine my foot gets stuck.
Oh shit!
Like just
kick them in the old taco.
Clitoris. Oh, okay. Cool. Dude, did the fridge turn off?
Something turned off.
Yeah, it was the fridge.
Okay.
Which reminds me, I should probably unplug that whenever we record. So when randomly in the middle of it, just.
I gotta fuck with the Autobot settings.
What time is it?
Autobots. Transform and roll out.
It's 11:57.
This is true. It is late.
I got a dip. I had to be asleep
right now.
2 hours ago.
But wow, this was fun, and we got everything set up. So
yeah,
this is our first live broadcast, and it's only gonna get better the more we do it. So yeah, that was great.
It's fun, man.
Give us those likes. Give us those comments. Give us that support, and we'll keep doing what we do. 2 likes to support my friend in dire need. Massage it. And his addiction. And my addiction of water. Please. Is this where we play the sad song from the commercials?
Yeah. It's just like puppy dog eyes on.
I don't know how to turn it off.
We just okay. So to stop the stream, we would have to press
/ or
backslash. Yeah. Those are likes. Okay. Well, thank you.
Hey.
But anyways, thank you all so much for joining us on our live podcast. This is great. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitch, guys. So we'll link the YouTube, all of our social media in our bio when we get to editing, so everyone can follow us there. And yeah, anything you boys want to say?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just
copy paste.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you so much, and we'll see you all next time.